Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I'm Argent Leo, and today we're playing a game called Lies of P. So this is a Pinocchio horror story, and let's start a new game. Corruption decreases your character's HP over time. Let's try not to get corrupt. So, like I was saying, this is a Pinocchio horror story.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yeah. Should I be answering?
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Look at that arm. It kind of looks like it's a real arm with a prosthetic metal arm weaved or sewn into it.
I've been looking all over for you.
Okay, investigate. Looks like we got to pick this thing up.
I see they got Jiminy too. But we have to hurry. My name is Sophia. Please come to Hotel Crot.
Okay, I have no idea who Sophia is.
Jiminy, please escort
But
him to the
she's
hotel.
asking Germany to escort us to the hotel named called Crot. So okay, Germany is basically in a some sort of container, and we can use him as a light.
Let's get you out of there. Find something
So
that might
let's switch
help.
that light on. And okay, she is obviously not referring to a light when she needs something that can help, because we need to arm ourselves. So just to give you guys an idea of what the train looks like with the light on, because with the light off you can see nothing. So
But the streets are not safe.
I don't know who
Arm
this
yourself with
Sophia
one of the
is, but I'm
weapons over
liking her.
there. It'll be helpful on your way to the hotel.
So these are the three blade options that you get, and the best for this particular level, in my opinion, when you just start the game out, is the blade called Dexterity. What the interesting analogy of what the blade really is in front of the word Dexterity. And the reason for this is this particular blade, okay, the last one is strong with regards to blocking. This one is in between the two, and it also has got an automatic evade. So when you strike, he automatically hops back. And then, so that is your RT button, and your RL button basically gives you a forward, back, left. Okay, your trigger button gives you that evade, and the back bumper button gives you a true strike. Okay, go to that. But anyway, strikes without moving. And then you can just use your evade button, like it's your forward evade side roll, but by pulling your control or your instruction pad or whatever device you're using, by making him go backward and pressing that button, then you do another evade. Just something to keep in mind while we doing this playthrough. So what he just collected is a catalyst for his HP. So the HP is called Ego, and that's that blue stuff that we collect from the puppets as we eliminate them. So that fills in that jar, that syringe. And unfortunately, no, it's dim Ego. So all that Ego collects in that catalyst and becomes bright Ego, and then it can be used. So it takes a little bit of time to actually accumulate to one Ego. Another thing to keep in mind, because that stuff has to be used sparingly. And as you can see, We were hit by one of those puppets once, and he's already got half his life taken from him. So they talk about guarding and stuff, but you can guard against these small puppets, but later on you'll see that it's much more... Okay, let's just eliminate the butler. Butler did it and still doing it, so let's just eliminate the butler. So all of these puppets, what you don't want is to actually get cornered by them, because they go absolutely berserk on you. So once you're caught in a corner, they won't just swing down, so they get you on the downswing. They'll crack you on the downswing, and they'll crack you on the taking the whatever they're eating you with back. They crack you again, and then they swing it again, and eventually, well, not eventually, quite quickly, they actually finish you off. So this is the belt system. So you get the upper belt, which is the upper row, and then the lower row, which is the lower belt, and then you've got the storage belt, which is the extra bag, which is below that. And you keep your items in there, and then you just have to keep them in a comfortable order. So there is a attendant puppet, and for some reason they just want to destroy everything they see, including, well, they seem to tolerate each other. I suppose as long as you're all doing the same thing, it's okay. No competition. Well, actually, that's plenty of competition. Because from what I can see in this train station, they basically destroyed every human being that they could find. And you're going to be surprised to hear what the boss of this level is actually doing. Well, the mini boss. You can hear him actually while we're on top here, and he's actually below, and we will be joining him soon for the battle. So it's good actually to practice with all of these attendant puppets while you're making your way to him. Something to note is the ego that you see lying around all over the show, that's not inside a puppet. It's not there on every round restart. So if you're not able to, if you are struggling basically to complete the level, then it's just something to note. But I'm going to show you actually how to eliminate the first mini boss without actually requiring the throwables on the belts, on both on the upper and the lower belt. It is nice if you can get a hold of them, but if you don't, it's not a train smash. You can still actually get past the first boss with it using the sword. Something dexterity. Okay, so before we go into battle, there is a sharpener that he carries with him. Actually restores the sword, and later on in this playthrough I'll actually show you how important it is, because you can actually, the sword can actually break, it can get destroyed. So we're going to use it shortly. That's a gate that we actually need to get through after we destroy the mini boss who's over there, and he is mashing away at one of his victims. So that is an incendiary bomb, thermite, and there's a throwable tooth something or the other, tooth cog, that's also a throwing thing. Thermite, relatively, it's an annoyance to that boss, but you can actually get past him without using that stuff. And if your timing is correct, you can actually get past him without losing any health. So we're going to need to sharpen our sword now. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Argentina. Welcome to the channel. If you're watching this video, then you're probably struggling with the first boss in Pure of Lives. He's quite a powerful boss for being the first boss, and well, I've got some good news for you. I am scrolling through the upper and lower belt menus right now, but you're not going to really require any of the items in the upper or the lower belt. It is nice if you can receive the incendiary devices or the explosive devices, but they're not always available in each round restart. So the main thing you need to do is you need to mark your enemy. So by marking the enemy, he constantly remains in your front view. And you need to have the right sword. And I'm going to share with you the correct weapon to use at the end of this video. Let's concentrate on the fighting technique. So what you're going to do is you're going to lean in with the jab. So this particular weapon, it automatically evades. So it goes in for the jab, but it also evades backwards. And then you just need to evade again. And you need to stay at least within 2 to 3 lengths, body lengths of the puppet policeman. And for the sake of shortening his name, we're going to call him a PP for the rest of the video. So what you need to do is you constantly need to lean in, jab, and then you can, you need to dodge either to the left or to the right constantly. So this seems to distract him and prevents him from actually charging. As you can see, he does have a double swing. You're just going to have to read. You're going to have to try and, you're going to fight him a couple of times. As you can see, I've thrown one of the incendiary devices at the PP, and it doesn't do much. Your main course of action is basically to use the sword, jab, and roll. There, throw another incendiary device, does nothing. You're close enough. You may think that you've angered him, but he seems to be angry already. Not sure. So I'm going to keep doing that, jabbing and dodging, jabbing and dodging, and then once he is weak enough, you're going to receive a prompt on the screen, and that prompt will instruct you which button, depending on which platform you're using, to use to trigger an attack. So we keep jabbing and dodging. There we go. So in case of the Xbox, you're going to use the RT button. That's going to execute a staggerable. So we're going to staggerable this guy right now. And then after that, it's going to give you your finisher, which is your RB button. And that's our finisher. And now the PP is in pieces. Phew. I don't know why the first boss is this powerful, but like I promised, I'm going to reveal the weapon to you. So the weapon that you're going to need is the Path of the Bastard. Yep. And it is actually, oh, there you got me with a double win. Good for you. Puppet police. Okay, so this is where you can actually do that why, and then he would explode, which I didn't do here. But I do have another video where I actually do make him explode. So if you'd like to see him explode, you can watch that video. But okay, let's retrieve the Ergo and get on with the next level of this game. Almost looks like he can get up. Let's poke him and see, if you will. So that's as fixed as he's going to get for now. But anyway, we've got all the okay, we need some more Ergo. Let's see if it'll be enough. Not. You see, it's not enough to actually restore you. So he is officially been eliminated. Just having a look to see if there's anything that I've missed and not. So these doors should open. And basically all it does is gives you more room to move in, because we've come past you already. Good for us. But we did get another key from him. And that key is going to open that other door that we came past as we were entering. So we pretty much don't have much except Jiminy inside that bottle. So we need to fix that sword. Great stuff. So the key that we've got now from the Puppet Police is going to allow us to open this door and continue with the gameplay. I must say, when you play this game for the first time, it's actually quite tough. You play it for a couple of times. Actually, I took a time out. Yeah, this is a continuation of. I did take a break after that. All right, so this is Stargazer. We're going to get a bit of a tutorial about it. So basically what it does is it's an upgrade station, but only for your character.
This is called a stargazer. A marvelous device the stalkers
Oh,
used
look
in
at
the
that
past.
graphics. I didn't notice previously how his t-shirt, his sweater gets wet in this rain.
As we are not strong enough to beat the puppets. But if I lend my power to this stargazer for a moment. Gather ergo, clever one. This stargazer will make you stronger. But the stargazer's strength doesn't last forever, so be careful with it. Hurry up and come to Hotel Krat.
Okay, what she means there is, as you you need to guard against your blade getting dull. And so this is the remaining ergo. You can use all that ergo to upgrade certain aspects of your character: weapon attack abilities, damage reduction rate, common abilities. And what is tricky is you got to actually play the game a couple of times before it makes sense to you as to what any of this does. So I actually upgraded this character. I'll show you a little bit later on in this this very playthrough. That I was able to upgrade him to a 9 advanced and a few other upgrades along on that vitality, vigor, capacity, motivity, technique, yada yada. And then you reach a point where the stargazer stops working. Like you're able to activate it. I wouldn't say activate it, but you're able to trigger it, get into the menu, but you're stopped. It doesn't matter how much ergo you've got, but that round it stops working. So I actually reached that level because this boss is so tough, kept on eliminating me. But don't worry. In this playthrough, it's a seamless playthrough. We're not gonna try and eliminate that boss hundreds of times, but this is how I get to him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the stargaze. I just threw the only sharp tooth cog I've got. Okay, so that's the why. It isn't an upgrade of any sort. Alright, let's get on with the game, with the playthrough. So on this side, there's a butler and a dog. Okay, so these are new from the previous part. They didn't have these in. And there are a lot of butlers around here. And actually, you can, after you've collected ergo here, you can go back to the ergo station. You can actually eliminate all the butlers and dogs around this area. And then each time when you go and collect ergo, they actually revive. the puppets and the dogs get up again. You can knock them down again and collect more ergo. And you can do that for the rest of the day. Until the ergo station stops working. So if you're a new player, what you don't want to do is you don't want to run around this area because the dogs will definitely catch you. So if you run around here and you don't eliminate all the puppets as you go along, then you're not going to make it through this run. It's game stuff. So let's try and upgrade him. There is another mini boss on this level that constantly regenerates. So you could build more ergo from that character, and we're going to meet him in a few minutes. So yeah, I was actually surprised because I had already eliminated them, so I didn't know at this point. Did you see that? How the one will slam you? Oh, that is cool. And that sound, man, that sound, it's that crashing sound, like when it's like a mushy thud. It's horrible. I love it. Well, it's good in audio. It's actually good in audio. It's good for this type of game. So if you ever hear that sound, you know, on yourself, then you know it's bad. So let's eliminate this monster, puppet, butler, waiter with the chandelier in his hand. They've all got chandeliers. Where did they get all the chandeliers from? It seems like this is a rather interesting game. It will be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to actually meeting Sophia. Okay, saw-toothed wheel. Which is a cog of some sort. So those of you who are actually struggling with this level, here's a good example of the fighting stance of this thing. So it jabs and automatically evades. Oh dear, and there's a dog there. Oh wow. So if we actually do get it right, to upgrade, all those things are going to stand up again. And I don't have enough ergo. So required ergo 862, remaining ergo 628. Not enough to upgrade anything. And they're up again. Okay, that's not gonna scare them, but worth a try. Might as well collect more ergo. So if you move slower through the map, then you're able to target each of these monsters as you go along. So I was trying to see if I can move around, you know, without targeting, but this is the 3D game. It's rather difficult to do that. It's basically just a question of sometimes you can. A depth perception from eyesight to screen. Not easy. Because it would also depend on how accurate the screen is, and you know, it's highly unlikely that it's like 100% as you should perceive the depth, you know? Oh, he got up fast. Like with the stab, he rose as the character jumped back. Like that. It was almost as if Pinocchio picked him up as he slept backwards. Alright, no shortcuts. They're definitely not letting us through this side. Push button. So we have to go in that direction. Okay, that's a clear room. Oh dear. Oh wow. Oh come on. So there you can see that smash, and if there's two of these monsters around, then you can be in trouble. Okay, I take it that we've got to go in this way. And hello. There doesn't seem to be anything. Oh, I need that. We do need that ergo. And oh cool, we got a sawtooth wheel. And so just around this corner. Oh, there's some more ergo. So unfortunately, these particular ergos that you find all over the show on the map, they don't always appear on every round restart. So how come I didn't see that one? I'm sure I picked it up. I did see that one, and I'm sure I picked it up. But yes, ergo on every round restart is not always there. This boss here, the Japanese roll does work. The timing is right, but most of the time you do a slug for slug on him. Just try and slug him more. And use your ergo. Ergo. That was my accent. Oh, there is enraged now. Oh, wow. That's terrible. You know, if you think about it, that thing is carrying with the one arm. It's probably just as... Okay, there is two arms now. But it's probably about as heavy as he is. Okay, so you can actually blow him up with the staggerable. He blew up nicely. He ain't getting up from that. But Pinocchio is so covered up in all that goo. Oh, the rain does clean him. It's looking spick and span and shiny again. Okay, what's down here? Okay, this is a cul-de-sac. We should be finding some more monsters on this side. There's one. Let's look around to see if there's any dogs on the top, on the scaffolding. Okay, I can do... Oh, there's the butler with the gun. See if we can... Oh, we don't need any heads here. Seems to be doing quite fine without his head. Oh, that helped. Didn't help at all. Okay, let's go and get that logo that's laying down there. Here you go. Oh, there's a dog. It is a dog. It was a dog. Oh, there's train guards over here. Pokemon. Ooh. I play so much Fortnite, and every time I do an elimination, like, you know, I'll say something like GG's players, and I'm so tempted. You guys get a chance? On my channel, I've got a few victory royales you might want to check out. Self-promotion in another game. Almost for a second looked like that door wasn't there. What do we have that's new? Tool belt. Okay, so this repairs the durability of your weapon in one go. So it eliminates the grinding. Never used that thing though. Or did I use it by accident when I didn't need to? Oh well. I do get past this boss. Oh dear. They communicate well. More headless butlers. Okay, so that door has got a red thing on it, so we're definitely not going that way. That looks like it's the progression to the next level. There is a lower level here over there that I've not been to. So, okay, there's no going that way. There's a puppy down there.
A powerful parade puppet is blocking the entrance, and that's the only way in.
Okay, so
please, be careful.
alright, we'll be careful. Let's go down and then just eliminate that puppy. We might need that ego. Oh wow, I think my accent's going to be fixed by the time we finish with this playthrough. something to look forward to when I'm finished with this playthrough. What did I sound like? Well, I'll never quite lose my high-pitched scream. That guy seems like he's lost something. Probably looking for a person that's alive. Okay, so this is actually to my left. That's actually a training puppet. So that puppet doesn't damage you. I didn't know that at first. So I kind of cowardly stabbed it in the back to see if I could kill it. But that actually trains you on how to dodge the boss. And also mimics its rage. Okay, that's a stargazer. Try to pick a fight with this guy.
Hello there. Welcome to Krat, visitor.
A shame, he's friendly.
I didn't think there were any stalkers left to fight the puppets. You didn't hear? Figures. The whole organization fell apart. All that's left are wannabes and amateurs who think they can fight on their own.
Oh, wow.
You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone.
Well, that's encouraging. Okay, so this is also a merchant, and you can buy these things from him. So I purchased the sword. Well, I actually purchased all of the swords because I restarted so many times. But don't worry, I didn't record the restarts, just the success of actually getting past this level. So I actually used this sword, the great sword, the great sword of Fate Blade. So this is the sword you might want to choose. As of all the other swords, it's got a good block resistance, and that's actually what you're going to need to actually get past the next boss. And to my right, you can see that the sword can actually get completely and utterly destroyed. But if you grind it, then it will actually restore. So I actually managed to get the advanced level up to 9. On this level, that's from restarts. So by the time I actually got past the next boss, then this sword was actually, the advance on this sword was actually at level 9. And that was because each time I didn't make it past the round boss, then what I did was actually practiced on the puppets in the area. That puppet in the alleyway, I actually fought him a number of times. And I actually put the cutscene in so you guys can actually see what it's like when you first enter the circus area. This is the festival. And this is the boss tent. The star of the show. Nasty bugger. The raid master. So that was a restart. So I've got the broadsword now in hand. I just wanted to show you guys that I purchased it. The ergo, the death ergo actually you collect it there every time you don't make it. So now the stargazer is bust. So I've reached level 9. And I can't use the stargazer anymore except to retrieve my storage pouch, which I've exhausted.
Out here alone?
And I just put the cutscene in so you can see that you can actually purchase stuff. So I can't upgrade anymore, but I can purchase. And this was basically the last purchases that I made before beating the parade master. And that's what the door looks like after he's eliminated you. Looks like something that a poltergeist would use. Okay, so that grinder actually gives your sword a shock power ability, but it can be knocked out of you. So you can actually charge your sword and the parade master can pummel you and you won't be able to use it. And this is the strategy that I used to actually get past him. So I lured him into doing the double strike. That was my main tactic. He does the double strike and I stab him in the hip. So the whole idea of doing that was I need to weaken him because he does go into a rage. So he does do a transformation, which we're going to see just now. And I've seen other people actually go toe to toe with him and actually make it on the skin of their teeth. This is the most effective way of actually eliminating him and having enough health by the time he does the transformation. So if you guys are struggling with the strategy to get past him, he lays flat and then you can actually get 2 strikes in. But you also need to position yourself in a way that is actually possible. So it seems like going to your left gives you more room. And going to your right just to get him more to the left, to the right side so that you can go left. And this game is tough. Very technical. I suppose it will be actually quite challenging to do a fun playthrough. But I suppose after you complete the game once, it will be possible. Look at the funny side, past the frustration. Look at the funny side, once you've gone past your frustration. You're there, didn't get a chance. I was smart enough to back away. But yeah. Almost as if I strike him in the nuggets every time. I do strike him in the nuggets every time. I didn't notice that before. Another nugget shot. So okay, that's a way to bust the parade master in the nuggets all the time. Except when he lays down, you can get him in the neck and the knees. Seems to be a bit aggro. Oh yes, and another thing is Pinocchio does suffer fatigue, so you actually need to give yourself a break every time, from time to time, because he needs enough stamina to actually make the sprint past his attack. So that could be one of the major challenges with this character. Oh, and he does jump. There's a way of making him jump, but it's extremely technical with the buttons. So it's actually a challenge on its own. He also does a ground strike, believe it or not. So he can leap and do a ground strike. It's not really a high jump. I think I'll make a video just to show you guys that it is possible. But maybe it is required later on in the game, but it's extremely challenging and annoying. I think this game would actually be a lot easier if the controls were more thought out. Maybe an auto sprint. As you can see, this strategy quite effective. And I actually do beat him. Do I beat him with the dull blade? I think I do beat him with the dull blade. That's a way to get him to stop sprinting after you. But if he does get you cornered, he's gonna funnel you. He gets cross. You gotta back away. Gives you an opportunity to sharpen your blade. So you dodge. You need to try and dodge one of his strikes. You can block the second one. So actually his health is quite low and he hasn't hit me as yet. So that's the lightning attack. And you can block and then you get one strike in. Got a second one in, but he did get a jab in there. And he's regaining his health. So that's the block, the strike. But he's still got a bit of face. So I would say this would be the safest way of battling him. Most effective way, I think. So it does give you that opportunity just to... Oh dear. Oh, that was devastating. And the rage. So after he swings twice, if he manages to miss you, you've got a good opportunity to strike twice. You could possibly block. But you just got to get the timing. One more. Oh, that was devastating. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you eliminate the Puppet Master. I did quite well considering if you look at my health. You know, it's more than half. I'm fully stamina. I didn't feel that way when I was actually playing the game. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, I'm leaning left. Actually, it did make me lean left quite a bit. So, evidently when I get stressed, I kind of lean.
Out here alone? You could...
So I just came back here to see that if you could maybe use the Stargazer afterwards. And nope, Stargazer is still bust. Is there anything around here that I haven't seen? Something that I'm missing? Not? Okay, so this is the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys did enjoy this playthrough. And I hope you guys consider subscribing to the channel if you did enjoy it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye for now.